10 Ways Humans Are Getting Closer to Immortality. Congrats! On the off chance that you are understanding this, you as of now have a decent potential for success of getting it done. Illness and advanced age are becoming unfashionable. Propelling innovation is stretching the boundaries of present-day medication consistently. As more individuals live more, we are discovering new ways to postpone demise, however make advanced age charming. We are quickly moving toward where, on the off chance that you can simply keep away from a mishap, which is likewise getting simpler, and stay alive slightly more, you will be essential for the original to live all the way into the triple digits, and be sufficiently solid to really make the most of your brilliant years. 10. War is winding down. 10 Ways Humans Are Getting Closer to Immortality. The world has never been more secure. In the US, alone, we are getting a charge out of the most reduced crime percentage in many years. Rough violations like homicide and assault, just as significant thefts are on the whole down and have been going down for quite a long time. We will in general see and hear significantly more about when these sorts of wrongdoings do happen. However, that has more to do with the speed and inclusion of the media today than with how regularly fierce violations really happen. What's more, the uplifting news isn't restricted to the US. The world has never been more quiet. The quantity of wars, and losses of war, are at an unsurpassed low all throughout the planet, even in dynamic battle zones. Similarly, likewise with homegrown wrongdoing, we see a great deal of exposure encompassing military action, yet the numbers show that war is declining. The odds of battling or biting the dust in a conflict have since a long time ago directed the constraints of human existence. If the advanced pattern proceeds, this will get one of the last dangers to lifespan. 2. Well-being records will become universal. Electronic health records. Computerized interchanges are at long last being coordinated into present-day medication. Presently will we need to stress whether our drug specialist can peruse our doctor's penmanship, or if the specialist is working on the right half of our bodies. Because of electronic health records, or EHR, everything from our weight and stature to prescription hypersensitivities and family ancestry will be accessible to anybody really focusing on us. Not exclusively are EHR supplanting old pen and paper notes and saving us time rounding out similar structures for each trained professional or reference we go to, they are uniting all healthcare laborers in the same boat, taking a gander at a similar page. As the populace lives longer into advanced age, the requirement for this sort of cooperation turns out to be considerably more significant. The best prescription science can make still possibly works when utilized effectively, all things considered, and that is the reason strategy and innovation have begun to join together, bringing security and science into clinics and homes the same. 8. The deadliest diseases are preventable. Deadliest diseases are preventable. This decade, transmittable infections like Ebola stand out as truly newsworthy. However, they aren't the fundamental threat we should be stressed over. A fifth of all American passings would now be able to be connected to weight. Infection flare-ups are alarming in light of the fact that from numerous points of view, they are outside our ability to control. Weight, the executives, and a sound way of life are significantly more reasonable. That is the reason healthcare is making a shift away from treatment of symptoms, and zeroing in rather on avoidance. The best states in America aren't the ones with the most clinics or the best medication. They are only the ones where more individuals decide to be dynamic and watch their weight. This emphasis on counteraction additionally implies doctors will zero in on screening and distinguishing illnesses prior, so they don't heighten and expand, and more costly, issues later on. This is as of now turning into a top need for guarantors and care suppliers. Today's ages are quick to have the option to begin dealing with a sickness before the symptoms become noticeable. 7. Driverless cars. Self-driving car 2015. Counteraction isn't simply an issue of finding and battling infection. In excess of 1 million individuals bite the dust in auto collisions consistently, normally because of human blunder. Going via vehicle has gotten too key to our lives and economy to just stop driving, so this day-by-day movement has become so typical we not, at this point, even consider it a danger. That is the reason engineers, strategy creators, and researchers have been attempting to remove human mistake from the condition and make our roadways more secure by creating driverless vehicles. While it very well might be numerous years prior to a completely automated throughway as a reality, the UK has effectively given the okay to acquainting the first robo-vehicles with its public roads, and more nations are certain to follow. Decreasing the peril of the day-by-day drive, also the danger of inebriated drivers, is a significant advance toward taking out unplanned passings. 6. The Internet. Web for well-being. Data is an incredible asset for battling infection. As the web keeps on filling in size and complexity, it additionally turns into an incredible method to get out life-saving data. The worldwide battle against HIV and AIDS has effectively profited by online media missions to bring issues to light, improving cleanliness just as diminishing dangerous practices to check the spread of the infection. Online media isn't the solitary way the web is moving basic data all throughout the planet. As EHR frameworks become the standard across the US, they are additionally coming on the web with a worldwide norm for infection naming known as ICD-10. By executing this norm, and making it computerized, countries can more readily collaborate to spot episodes and organize their reactions. New infections can be all the more immediately recognized, and medicines created. Worldwide well-being hazards are now a reality. Presently worldwide healthcare can all the more likely control them and keep us all more secure. 5. Telehealth. Bid farewell to the doctor's office. While getting the correct data to the perfect individuals can have an effect, now and then data alone isn't sufficient. That is the reason doctors have been attempting to rehearse distant medication, otherwise called telehealth, for quite a long time. Telehealth can permit everything from virtual conference and conclusion, to specialists performing through robot from the nation over. Indeed, even in the created world, provincial and distant areas can experience the ill effects of restricted admittance to state-of-the-art care. In less created districts and nations, the absence of well-being foundation can be comparably destructive. In any event, when fixes and medicines exist that could save lives. Telehealth, through the internet, can at last give an answer. 4. Maturing has gotten old. Maturing has gotten old. Regardless of whether sickness can be forestalled and mishaps kept away from, there is no remedy for getting old, correct? As a matter of fact, researchers are getting closer than at any other time to confining the qualities liable for maturingness, 14, and figuring out how to restrict or even stop the interaction. Immortality is a fantasy as old as humankind itself, yet on account of the most recent hereditary science, analysts are hopeful that a genuine solution for advanced age might be reachable. In addition to the fact that they are near opening everlasting youth in our own DNA, however they may before long have the option to make such treatment broadly accessible, on account of the following forward leap. 3. Exactness medicine. The Exactness medication transformation. For quite a while, discovering a fix didn't actually mean relieving everybody to such an extent as it implied restoring a great many people. This one-size-fits-all way to deal with medication has made medication as much a round of experimentation as a genuine street to well-being. That is all changing, because of another attention on personalized healthcare, otherwise called precision medicine. Each understanding is somewhat unique, and what works for one may not work for another. Accuracy medicine considers this reality, and doctors are starting to consider subtleties like a patient's hereditary makeup when diagnosing and recommending treatment. Not exclusively will this way to deal with medication help us benefit as much as possible from the medications and techniques that as of now exist. However, it is the reason for the most recent drive focusing on disease. America's new precision medicine initiative is intended to not just give a fix to a wide range of malignant growths, yet to help us better screen for disease and start treatment before it gets crippling. Exactness medicine is actually an innovative expansion of the preventive way to deal with healthcare. 2. 3D printing. 3D printing innovation. 3D printing innovation has effectively demonstrated its value in the business and mechanical world. From bringing down the expense of prototyping, to assisting creators with demonstrating their ideas, 3D printing is as of now a fabulous creation tool. Where the interaction turns out to be genuinely progressive is the point at which it is applied to healthcare issues. Individuals lose appendages in a wide range of ways, and some are even brought into the world without them. Customary prosthetics have been awkward, costly, and hard to utilize. However, 3D printing has effectively demonstrated it can tackle those issues. Custom-made, completely incorporated substitution appendages are at long last a possibility for amputees and others needing prosthetics. Yet, researchers have taken the innovation considerably further, by planning and printing human organs that can be securely and effectively relocated. 3D printing of organs implies that a patient can live without the requirement for another person to kick the bucket or make a gift. We can at last disregard planner clones and other science fiction worries about developing organs utilizing disputable foundational microorganism innovation. Customized organs, just as appendages, mean injury and sickness don't need to leave a perpetual blemish on anybody. 1. Globalization. Globalization. Present-day travel, correspondences, and web availability have made the world more modest. Thoughts, items, and administrations can travel any place at staggering rate, and do so consistently. This is the new financial model for the world. It additionally implies that, whatever our chiefs and government officials may say, we are on the whole subject to each other. In addition to the fact that this makes the world more secure from the sort of gigantic struggles that have characterized a large portion of mankind's history, it implies worldwide well-being and public safety are exactly the same thing. Cash and dread are both amazing motivators. In the new worldwide economy, they meet, so it is to our greatest advantage to improve the well-being of everybody to keep exchange streaming. In the event that sickness episodes or cataclysmic events are undermining one country, that effect rapidly amplifies to the remainder of the world. 21. It is not, at this point, enough to get our lines. We need to annihilate dangerous illness all throughout the planet to be protected. In addition to the fact that this means less battling, it additionally requires more collaboration to anticipate quakes and circulate antibodies. Regardless of who makes the following fix or early admonition framework, the worldwide economy will request that it become accessible to all. Cash might be the foundation of all insidious, yet it is likewise preparing toward well-being and long life. Please remember to like, subscribe and share.